Hi guys, how are you? I'm doing well. I took myself off of my hydrocodone. I just got out of the shower, so I'm sweaty. I'm hot and sweaty. Anyway, I took myself off my hydrocodone so that I can get a break from it. So I get a break from it, and sorry guys, and I'm doing better. The pain isn't really that bad. It's maybe a dull ache sometimes, but other than that, it's fine. I have physical therapy today. So excited. Not really. For my knee. Um, so anyway, I wanted to tell you a couple of things real quick. One of them I don't talk about because it was so shocking that I think I was like a deer caught in the headlights, okay? I was a deer caught in the headlights. All right, which way do I want to go with this? Right there, maybe? Or maybe, I don't know. That's fine. Anyway, so this person, when I was not realizing that dating sites are a waste of time, uh, met this person. We went on a so-called date, and he knows that I coach people in relationships and coach people, period. Not just relationships, but my emphasis is relationships, in particular narcissistic abuse, because I'm well versed on that. So anyway, he decided to use the so-called date. I'd like to know where my socks disappeared to. Here they are. Okay. Uh, use the so-called date to spill his guts about how terrible his childhood was, how his mom used to beat his dad used to beat his mom, his dad was an alcoholic, and he went on and he was touched inappropriately when he was a kid. Let's rewind. Okay. I met him at the restaurant, and it started off on a bad foot anyway because he was slouching in the chair. Like, there's couches and chairs, he was kind of slouched in the chair when I walked in. That's a bad sign. That body language says, I really don't want to be here and I really don't give a shit about you, this date, or anything. Okay. Which was further proven through his behavior. Um, by the way, I did my nails. I wanted them done for my birthday. And let's see, there's that one. And this one is glitter. I wanted them done for my birthday. Birthday's Wednesday. Anyway, so the ones I had on had issues, and I was like, you know what? This is driving me crazy. Absolutely out of my mind crazy. So I gotta fix it. So anyway, move right along. So he purged and he purged and he purged and he purged. I really didn't get a chance to say anything because he was just purging. The only good thing that came out of it was I got a dinner. He offered to buy dinner. I guess he felt bad for purging and him using up my time just so that he can purge. So he bought me a dinner, which I thought was good. And then after we part ways for the night, which I would never see him again for obvious reasons, his body language alone when I walked in, slouchy, that tells me everything I need to know. And then the purge was like, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. What? So anyway, he had the nerve, the audacity to text me and say, I'm gonna go do my own thing, and it was nice meeting you, but whatever. In other words, I decided not to do this. Like, I wouldn't make that. I think he was trying to do a preemptive strike because he knew that he screwed up on a massive scale and made himself look like a fool. When we talked on the phone prior to meeting him, and bear with me, I'm going back and forth. Ow, my knee. Um, on the phone, he sounds normal, but when you meet him in person, so when he told me, like he's dropping the bad news to me, yeah, I'm gonna move on. It was nice meeting you though. And I said, without missing a beat, well, you're not mentally stable enough to have a relationship anyway. Ain't that the truth? Who the freaking hell does that? Purge, 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 purge. What? Like I said, I don't talk about it because it's horrifying. I was a deer caught in the headlights. I ain't gonna lie. I was a deer caught in the headlights. Now, in retrospect, what I should have said is, I get paid to do this, right? But I was stunned. I was completely stunned, completely floored. I gotta get going, but I want to tell you something else. Whew, people are something else. And then he act like he's hurting my feelings by cutting it loose. Bitch, I cut you loose the minute I walked away from you. Don't act like you hurting me, because you ain't. Okay? All right, where's my envelope? It went somewhere, disappeared. Everything's disappearing. Anyway, and I'm just warm. Holy crap. Is this it? Yay. All right. Let's get some fanning going. Whoo, that's better. Anyway, there's so many terminologies that pertain to narcissistic abuse, and that's exactly what narcs are. They're abusive. There's no other way around it. They're mean and abusive and backstabbing. And there's the smear campaign, and there's gaslighting, and there's so many terminologies that pertain to their horrible behavior, manipulation and everything. But the smear campaign does not happen only when you're in a relationship with someone. The smear campaign can happen when you weren't in a relationship with this person. You only went out with them twice, and they will smear your name. So Hippie went out with this person, and she only went out with him twice. Why she went out with him twice, I don't know. Why I went out with him more than once, I don't know. I really don't know. I learned my lesson and got rid of him. Anyway, so she went out with him twice, and he tried to gaslight her. Gaslighting is when a person tells you something that didn't happen, and they're trying to act like that's exactly what happened to mess with your brain. Manipulation is a form of manipulative abuse. So he told her, you tried to kiss me. She said, no, I didn't. He said, yes, you did. If a person tried to kiss you, they'd know. You wouldn't have to tell them. They would already know, okay, asshole? Anyway, so she went out with him twice, big mistake, but she got smart and decided never again. And so she was smarter than I was. Anyway, so because he got rejected, mind you, they were never in a relationship. Never in a relationship. They only went out twice. What are you doing? I'll be up there in a minute. Go with Dad. Go with Daddy. Go. I'll be up there in a minute. That's Milo looking for me like, what's up? He likes to spy on me. Anyway, so he smeared her name. They never were in a relationship. I keep reiterating that. They only went out twice. And then she didn't want to be bothered with him no more. So he decided to run around like the freaking nut that he is, the wackadoo that he is. He ran around telling everybody that she's psychotic. He told me that she was psychotic too. And I said, well, what did she do? Was she just psychotic? He didn't think that far ahead. So you're going to lie, but you're not going to lie in a way that's convincing. So because he got rejected, his ego got stomped on, he ran around trying to smear her name. So basically, case in point, you will get smeared even when you're not in a relationship. You will get smeared because you rejected the stupid fool. You ran away. You were smart. You ran away. And because of that, you will be penalized. Okay? So I know that a lot of smearing happens after you break up. And as a matter of fact, it can happen before you break up with this person. While they're still with you. They could smear your name at the same time that they're trying to get back with you or that they are still with you. So don't expect it to make sense. They have brain damage. Okay, they've got damage to multiple parts of their brain. You guys know I did a video on brain damage that they have. And there's a look for I'll try to remember to post it if I don't remember, because it's the thumbnail with the brain, the image of the brain. And it talks about the extensive brain damage that they have. And we are talking doctors of all kinds, neurologists, scientists, all of them have got together and did a study on the narcissist's brain. I think they had people that are diagnosed with narcissism either volunteer. I'm sure they compensated them in some way, because they're not going to do it just because. There got to be some kind of compensation in it for them. You know how they operate. Anyway, so a bunch of medical professionals got together and did scans on their brain and discovered multiple areas of their brain where there's extensive brain damage. And the part of your brain that is responsible for empathy, and this will explain their coldness, the part of the brain that is responsible for empathy is thin. It's thin. So I advise you to check out that video. It's very fascinating. And I remind myself about their brain damage by watching my own video. I do watch my videos to remind myself. I'm not just telling you like I'm sitting on a throne and I'm telling you I'm above you because I know about narcissistic abuse. And you little peons don't know anything, so let me teach you. That's totally false. I watch my own videos to remind myself not to get sucked into the trap, to remind myself that they have extensive brain damage. That is why they're extremely illogical. Okay? When you know that they have brain damage, everything makes sense now. Okay? All the pieces of the puzzle fit together. You know? It all makes sense. You're like, oh, okay. And I always educate myself. I'm looking to see if he's spying on me again. I'm looking to, I'm always looking to educate myself more. And I always knew that I needed to check out what's wrong with their brain. But I avoided it and avoided it and avoided it. And I don't know why. And finally, I said, that's it. I've got to get to the bottom of this. And the more I researched, the more I was like, oh, everything is making sense now. Oh, okay. So yeah, I invite you to check out that video when you get a chance. I'll try to remember to post it, like I said. Wow. You wonder why I love animals? Because they're better than people. Duh. There are some people who are amazing, but they're few and far in between. But the people who are good, you are the best. You're amazing. Stay special. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay?